Hello, fair listener. Welcome and thank you for following our journey on metagaming by Rum Propelled Gaming. Fair warning, sometimes we are not safe for work, and others not safe for real life. Journey forth at your own risk. Now let's dive right back into Tarath through the campaign Alilopolis. But anyhow, so, the hermit, after you guys all sat down in front of your food and rolling out of your hay beds with the burlap sacks, greets you, "Good morning, rum rollers," and to sleepyheads still in their beds, it seems, and lays a couple, 3 plates out, because it looks like Idril isn't rolled out of bed yet either, with just really crisp, fine bacon, it seems like, and a...
Ooh.
and some scrambled eggs on the side, on that, on next to your leafy greens that was besides the bread, and
What a host.
sets down 3 glasses of freshly squeezed, and you can still smell the pulp around her, not just as if she had used some sort of implement or machine. It was literally squeezed into these glasses that are next to your dishes.
Well, thank you. I'm going to grab some orange juice.
Mime's gonna stand up and formally bow to the hermit and say a gracious thank you.
That's already like stuffing a
lovely
handful
breakfast.
of bacon into her mouth.
Mime has like a tear falling down the side of her face, like tear of joy. The beautiful food.
Ah, yes. Mime McMimason, of course, and bows to you.
Make a constitution save because I've been drinking out of my.
Okay.
How much bread did I get so I know how to put it in my inventory?
So when you went to go grab this freshly sliced stuff, you noticed there were loaves off to the side, and I'd say you probably got 4 loaves, and the hermit is like looking at you, but it's got a really like shit-eating grin on her face, like as you're trying to stuff the bread into your sack.
I'm going to like nod graciously and just bread.
Pupils super dilated.
Mm-hmm.
Bread.
Yes. Ooh, and then I'm gonna give her a... Oh, I forgot I had these in my inventory. Ooh, let me see what I'm gonna do here.
Oh yeah, we should give her something.
I'm going to give her a satyr eyeball in my inventory, and I'll be like, "Here, take this. You can perceive through another being's will with this." And then I'm just gonna like haphazardly like flutter and fly over back to where I was sitting with all of my bread.
And she takes it graciously but gingerly and looks at it like, "Thank you. You're welcome to as much food as you would like, though."
Oh,
Ooh.
thank you.
And she sets it kind of like under the counter, where she's preparing there, where it seems like there's a small little sink under the bread, actually.
How many
Okay.
days has it been since we fought the zombies?
Oh boy. Which time?
The last time when we like dismembered them.
Because you guys beat them, celebrated in the town. Probably 2. This is the second day since then. Because you'd ended a day and then went up the mountain, and that was the end of the second day.
Okay, so. Okay. How does my bag smell?
Pretty rank. But
Okay.
That thing rots out of character. You have a rotting
They have
dick in your
everything
bag.
rots.
Oh, you didn't like cover it
That's,
like.
how do you think that satyr eyeball is? That was pretty early on that we killed those things.
Yeah, I guess. You didn't. I figured you would have like covered it in resin or something
What?
to preserve the ogre dick.
It doesn't smell any worse than when you had found it, though. So you're assuming that it's at its peak decay because it's still slightly alive. The zombie parts, at least, in those. To answer your question, I mean, it's
I
still.
was more so thinking because I got a like heart shoved in there and.
Yeah.
I've got a couple parts.
Now recording.
Fucking Craig.
Fucking Craig.
Took him like forever. I have to do the exact right thing. It's not just Craig join. It's Craig comma join. Fucking Craig.
So complicated.
Yeah, because I have the ogre dick, I have the ogre heart, and I have a stone golem head. So I was more concerned about the dick and the heart.
Yeah, I think the dick is pretty much fine. I think the heart's probably around the same kind of decayedness too when you pulled it up. Maybe a little more than what it was, only because it was being mostly preserved by the other things that were covering it before, but now it's exposed to the air, so it's probably like, if you're looking in your bag, you can tell that it's or rather seeing where it's attached to the side of your bag, if I remember correctly. Actually,
Yeah.
it's actually more like crusty, so like it's oxidized and is more rust color than the vibranty less fresh blood. Yeah.
Okay.
So ogre dicks don't have the same effect on hearts like potatoes and onions.
Well, the ogre dick is covered in skin.
Ah, okay.
The heart is not.
I mean, it's covered in a type of skin, just not, like a external skin.
That's fair, I guess. I think. But isn't skin an organ? Skin is technically like a whole nother thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
skin-
true. It's
Skin
different.
is an organ.
I stand corrected.
Ooh.
Yeah, your skin is your biggest organ.
So what are you doing over here, Idril? Are you speaking?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
I can't hear anything.
seriously.
Now I could hear you say yeah and then seriously.
Okay. Second.
I think I heard second.
Oh.
I didn't hear anything. I seen that you lit up though.
What about now? Oh, not working.
There's something there at least. I can put you up to 200%.
Well, that's weird.
Okay.
That you're quiet, you're just like not coming through at all. It's like you're cutting out, like your service is bad.
Or like you're just sort of far from your mic. Don't
Well,
go ahead. Oh. Disconnect. Reconnect.
wow.
I can hear you now. It's about where it was when you left though.
Well, that's weird because I have my headset on now.
That's better, definitely, than where it was in the very beginning when you started talking. So,
Ah. Okay. Well, Idril gets up and walks over and like grabs a bunch of the bacon and a tall glass of orange juice
And the hermit just nods to you. Would you need anything else with that?
Do you have cheese?
I'm sorry. Up this far in the mountain, we haven't had any herd animals for some long times, and we don't really get the traders that are looking to trade with for such things.
Okay. And then I, like, walk back to my bed, like, sit crisscross applesauce, and just start, like, munching on my bacon.
That Constitution check was good, by the way, Zeph. Just FYI.
Okay.
And the hermit just kind of asks everybody generally, "How's everyone slept?"
Oh, I slept real good.
Yeah. Good.
I like Bella's response for you there, Mime.
It's Gunther barking.
Oh yeah, that was Gunther.
Here's something outside.
And she just says, good. So, if you recall from our discussions yesterday, it is the path you shall take outside of this, just straight outside of this cabin. There is a frosted over, well, iced over waterway down to the bottom of the mountain that should take you down there instantaneously to the Wolfbane Pass, I think they call it.
Wait, take us down instantaneously. Do you mean that the iced over waterway is now a slide?
It is
We will slide down?
It is indeed, Mime.
E.
I'm extra happy to offer this blue ring of reasonable size to the hermit if the hermit decides to take it.
Oh, please.
I have 3 of them.
I couldn't even. If you honor me with such a gesture, I only ask that you come back to the top of the mountain and to visit me for another rendition of the moon dance tea evening that we had. It was wonderful.
A breakfast like this, you could stay away.
Oh right, we're on the same map here. I put you guys off to the side. And the hermit says, "Shia, are you... come on. I haven't seen her respond yet either. I was hoping against hope. Are there any other questions you had from me before you left the mountaintop off to Gargant?"
Where did you get the oranges?
Oh, that was a stroke of luck, actually. Same with the bread, really. There are creatures, as I've told you, that make it this mountain their home, and they have, some of them even have human forms that when they go into town they make deals for me for things that I like, as well as the other creatures here. It is a really rather interesting ecology that I hadn't ever experienced before as a human in my past life.
Cool. Does that mean you're kicking us out to go down the ice slide?
Oh no, spend as much as time as you'd like. Please. She sits down, or rather continues to work over the stove, actually. It seems like she starts to put on a pot of tea.
Very nice.
Hey, how'd you know our names?
Ah, yes. It was in a premonition, actually. There was there's creatures in this mountain, as I've mentioned before, but there's also actually a staff guarded by said creatures. Sometimes they lend me a puff, and I get some interesting views on the future from
A
said staff.
staff, you say?
Indeed.
Hmm.
It is known by many names and throughout the histories of times, but we just here use it to protect ourselves in the mountain that we've built, ultimately.
Hmm.
So it's a drug staff?
So, that is a wonderful question. It's it does take variance upon the idea of drugs, but what is grown in nature and ingested by humans who have grown out of nature, is it really a drug? You know? Anyhow, that's me waxing poetic. It does generally take some consumables of some sort for the staff to operate properly, but you're on the right path.
How big is the staff?
Oh, it's probably average human, so something like 5'5". But we take turns, and it can be leaned down, but it only shows you very short glimpses into the future.
Where might one find said drug staff?
Or drugs?
The staff does the interpretation. The drugs that you're referring to are really more or less weeds. You can find them I'm not gonna be able to say it. Plethrally. I don't think that's a word. They're everywhere. For the most part.
Abundantly.
Yeah, they're abundant. You can find them for most parts, though, in hidden groves or cured by dryads. They enjoy the substance very much. Because otherwise it doesn't... You don't really remember the visions as well without the staff is really the problem.
Huh.
Interesting. But how'd you know that stuff about, like, other stuff? Like, what vision was it that you had?
Ah, time is a mysterious beast. And you start to hear the... Just one moment here. And she takes some cups out from under the counter and starts pouring off the steaming liquid into a cup. And takes the teapot and puts it on a side burner. I'd actually gotten a vision of myself pretty much reciting everything you guys had experienced yesterday. And so I just relived that deja vu experience today. It was rather odd. But, yeah, time is a very odd thing. I don't completely understand it because I must have been taking a puff before you guys got here and had the vision of me telling you the information, but I really don't know where the information came from because otherwise it would have just been from that vision for me. It was almost prophetic.
Have you had visions like this before?
On rare occasions and only with rare individuals. Zezerin is one of the others that I'd had such a vision with. We are on close speaking terms for the most part, but she came to this mountain hurt, and upon puffs of the staff, actually, I'd seen her laying at the base and hurt in the mountain, and I'd provided an alcove and a base and a place for her to live, and she's helped me in many occasions for this savior of her.
Cool. I'm just gonna lean over to Mime and be like, I'm out of things to ask, but I was just thinking we should wait till Shia wakes up because she knows where to go.
But the ice slide.
Oh,
All right. Well, I do perceive you guys leading towards a great slide down the mountain, but I'm not purview to those visions yet. If you catch my drift.
Well, thank you very much for breakfast. It was delightful. I think I'm gonna go outside at least and maybe walk around and see. This is the door, I'm assuming.
Yep, I got you.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna go outside too.
stretch my legs, get some fresh air.
Maybe I got you. I put you over there, but then like it didn't take. There we go.
I'm gonna go outside too. Make sure Mime doesn't run down the ice slide.
It's just so. It's calling my name.
The trees that were out, like the trees that were growing when we got here, were those the Balboa trees?
No, those were the cherry blossom trees, the ones that they were using to make the moon dance tea.
Okay. Could I ask the hermit if they could describe to me what that tree looks like?
Ah, the Balboa tree is a. Before you're exiting, I already put you outside because I had assumed, but I shouldn't have. It was
It's all
actually a large tree that has no branches until one gets to the top, and then it branches out into a wide array. And some say it is some of the largest trunks in circumference that one could ever see and experience. It's actually based off of a real tree, if you don't know.
Yeah, the trees in Africa.
Madagascar, to be specific.
I think, yeah. Yeah, I know what they look like in my head. I've actually just saw something about them not too long ago.
Yep.
I think it's the ice slide that I'm looking at.
Yep.
Alright, let's see.
So.
I go outside as well.
Did I put you there or no, Idril? Where'd you go?
No, I'm still inside.
Oh, okay, I see you now. You blended in with the carpet so well.
Yep.
There we go. Whoops. You should be outside now.
Oh, never mind. I fixed it. No, I didn't. Hey, Josh.
Yep.
I'm outside the map.
Ah, balls.
Dun dun dun.
I see a very large book.
That's cool.
Those are some of my edits. Don't worry about that. So yeah, there's paths up to this spot, but I figured you guys might have made it there. But going into the cave was not what I thought you were immediately going to do, considering you'd just gotten out of a cave and were like, "Get me the fuck out of this cave." But it was a shortcut potential, and then I was like, "You guys are having way too much fun in this cave. We gotta figure a way to hurry this jazz up because hermit and impending doom."
Doom. So yeah, Mime ran around the hermit's house and found some low-hanging trees, and these cherry blossoms are just so pretty. It took about 5. I didn't want to take too many.
And when you had taken them, I know I didn't do this last session, but it was probably just less perceived considering the time of day and everything like that. But there's this is early morning. The sun is just rising over the crest of the mountain, and when you'd taken them, there was more than just the bounce of the bough when you would taken the flowers, there's also a small shiver throughout the tree.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Tree. It's okay. I'm gonna pack them very carefully in my backpack.
It's perched up there.
Hmm.
I was trying to watch where everybody went, but I've also got a cat that's like, love me.
So,
I see.
guys, this slide here. It's calling my name.
So Squall is perched on top of on the roof.
Yeah.
That's what you meant? Because I'd seen you, Zeph, actually go down. I'm just gonna move you down so I could see. Move down to like here.
Yeah, I was just kind of running around.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But I figured I can explain this much. I got you, because I wanted to show you when you actually got down to here to the steps that were walking down there. They walk straight down and over, and you could see a view out over top of the rest of the mountains from there, basically. Ah.
So after
Sorry, Idril?
it was after we made it something.
Did anybody else catch that?
Nope.
Okay.
You sound real robot-y.
After Mime plucks something from the tree.
Now recording.
Yes, Craig.
Craig again?
Yeah, he failed to join or whatever.
Fucking Craig.
This is why I was like, I have to find a different option than just Craig. Though his recordings are nice because it breaks it out into individual people.
Mm-hmm.
I go over and I put my head against it, listening and feeling it.
The tree?
The tree.
Oh, because it shivered.
And you sense a faint heartbeat almost in the tree.
Ooh.
And there is a warmth more than a normal tree would have. I don't know. What do you say? There is no response. And you hear, as if it coming from the branches above themselves, just a hello. And you almost, if you weren't paying this close of attention, would have guessed it was just the wind. I'm guessing Mame is like standing at the edge of this precipice, ready to jump on the ice to slide down the slide.
Yup.
It was wonderful to meet you too, Idril. There are quite a bit of my kind, but we stay hidden in the many recesses away from humanity which wish to destroy us and use us for fodder or housing or whatnot. You met me last night, actually. I was a dryad. In my human form. What were you gonna say, Mime? Mime, after Idril promises to protect the Dryad kind
No,
with all of their
nothing.
abilities.
I was getting a phone call. I didn't know what to do with it. And my bad, I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, okay. I thought you did. Because I was asking about how you're preparing to jump down this. And
Oh,
Adriel also pronounces it was wrong that people desire to harm such beautiful people such as the Dryads. And the beautiful trees, like yourself.
I imagine Mime going down the ice slide just as your like character token looks like, just like little kid, like hands up in the air.
yeah.
Yes, Zabib can hear all of this. He's kind of just hovering nearby. He's kind of slowly accepted his fate as not being perceived by anybody else but yourself. So he only responds to most actions, even like facially, if you're talking to him specifically. You've noticed, Idril. So he's experiencing everything, but he's just kind of like along for the ride so far.
Yeah, Mime's standing here trying to figure out whether to go down feet first or face first.
That's a tough choice.
That's why it's taken so long. Can we see to the bottom of this frozen stream?
No, it does have kind of like where you're standing a source where there's like a slow trickle that kind of goes below the ice, which you can see easily reaching it deeper up to like 4 to 8 feet thick at that spot where the water trickles underneath of it, replenishing it so that it's not just evaporating into the air, which is weird that ice does. But it does that.
Come here. They're outside. They're on the sidewalk. They're allowed to be there.
And when it is very thick, but it does wrap around the base of the pond towards the... I'm trying to see what you actually see here. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's what looks like as if it were a warmer climate. This would be a pond.
The top?
Yeah, kind of. So where Zeph is standing, though, too, there's kind of like steps a little bit down, rough hewn into the rock.
Ah, I see them now. I couldn't tell whether like this was steps or like this was a slope down. Like, is this a bank?
That's a fair assessment. That is much more of a bank and a bit more of a cliff face there, with like the source coming out of it.
Ah, so I want to be around this way. I want the frozen part, because if this is moving...
No, yeah, this is got a little bit of flow liquid from it outside of... It looks like a fresh spring out of the side of the mountain, basically, that is going under
that
the
sounds
ice.
Lovely.
You good now?
This would be a great place to fill up a water skin. Just saying, if mine wasn't, full of special blue liquid.
Hey, mine's full of special liquid. It's just not blue.
I guess I could add... I'm going to. So my water skin has the blue liquid from the Crystal Tower, but I don't think diluting it hurts anything, right? Because we dropped a drop at a time into water sources, and it's... Ooh! Should I drop some in this water source? What do you guys think? I mean, it doesn't need cleansed, but...
I'd say do it.
You could drop it in and see what it does, and if it does, like, change the water source, then you can fill it back up.
Yeah, so I'm gonna drop like an ounce of the liquid out of my water skin into the where the fresh spring is coming out. I might screw things up, but whatever. And then see what happens.
So, as the drops kind of touch the spring, that same kind of experience. Wait, so did you say you're gathering it, or did you say you were dropping drops in there? I was half.
I dropped some in
That's what I thought I'd
to
heard.
start with.
Then I was like questioning my own self, because I remember you talking about putting some.
I'm gonna see what happens,
Okay.
and then I might fill it up the rest of the way.
Gotcha. So when you had done that, there was that same sense as like when you had done it at the well, where the water itself doesn't quite glow blue like yours does now, but it is much more. It has even a sense of, not a sense, an actual smell of fresh, clean, and crisp, almost like you would imagine you're all getting different scents, but my first thought was fresh cut grass.
Ooh, like fresh scents. Okay. So I'm going to fill. So I have I've converted it to ounces. I originally had 4 pints, but now I only have 54 ounces left. So I'm going to refill. I'm going to top off my water skin with water from the spring. Does that do anything to the liquid that's inside of my water skin? Because it's like,
So in this case,
it's only 10 ounces.
in this case, what you top it off with, as the water goes back into it, it does get that darker hue blue of the original liquid, and
Okay.
and seems to not dilute it, but become almost one as they adhere back together.
Cool. So I'm going to put on my notes, does not dilute. Awesome. Cool. Now I have 66 pints again. Or 66 ounces again.
So you guys going down this stream, frozen stream?
Yeah. So Mime, trying to use their better judgment, decides, walks as close, walks away from where the water is. So is that over here where it's frozen?
Yeah, so where Zeph is basically the bottom of the stairs, and you guys are standing out on the lake at that point, around there.
But it's frozen.
Yes, it is complete hard packed frozen. Yes.
Yeah, so Mime decides, since they can't see the bottom, they're gonna gingerly lower themselves onto the ice and then give themselves a good push off, feet first. We knew if we had more information, we'd be going head first, but feet first. I don't know when the slope takes over and I start going
And then you just
down when
slide
gravity assists.
into that rock right there.
Woo!
You just
I thought that's where it was going down, but it's not. It's over here, huh? Okay, so they're, if you've ever been ice skating, I'm gonna use the rocks on the side to, pull myself.
So you guys have seen Mime go northeast and slide into a rock and go, guys, not this way. It's to the northwest, over this way. And you just disappear around the bend while screaming and sliding down.
Woo! Imagine this is like the water slide at Wheeling Park.
Yep. Except you don't have a floaty bouncy, so you're kind of like bouncing off the sides a little bit, but
That's fine.
until you get up to like high speeds. But we're gonna ignore that for this session. I haven't devised an aggressive way to make that, so I just want it to be fun anyways. You're just
Yeah, I was say, how steep is this? How fast are we going?
you're going pretty fast. You're going like, have you ever downhill luged?
Yeah.
It's like that,
Oh.
but with
Well, this is serious.
yeah. So you're going like a good solid like 35 miles an hour when you fly over the top of the ice as it's starting to crack over a waterfall, and you just into some
Oh,
freezing
shit.
water, and it's so deep, but you swim up to the side and kind of pull yourself up to right here on these rocks.
Horsies.
Anyone else going
And a
down?
corner.
Or are you all just sitting up at the top like, well, Mime's dead now?
I mean, they didn't hear me
sitting
screaming
here
all the way
saying
down.
that I'm jumping, but I didn't know I was muted.
Oh, that'll do it. So then, yes, you would experience the downhill luge experience that Mime had, and you're flying over the top of this, and Mime, as you're crawling up on top of that stone there, you hear Zeph go, what would you yell as you're screaming over the top of a frozen waterfall?
It ain't come through the headset, Gav.
I know. I think I said it too loud
Oh.
because my headset will cut out if I'm too loud. I said "we," but
Whee!
yeah.
And then into some not frozen, but freezing water before you hurriedly resurface and land back, claw your way back over to these rocks where Mime is here. Squall, Idril?
I'm just kind of watching this go on. But actually, you know what? I'm gonna go down it.
Okay. So, Idril, what do you scream as you're coming over the waterfall? I don't scream anything. There's just silence. You just guys hear a huh?
Very resigned. Accepting of their fate.
Come over the waterfall, like arms crossed, unimpressed.
Ooh, I want to go down it face first.
Okay.
And as I'm sliding down, I want to use my wings to flap and pick up more momentum.
Ooh, nice. So, do you scream anything as you're coming over the top there? Or because you're sliding down face first. I'm assuming you're on your belly and you're using your wings to pick up momentum. You come to this precipice. You can see the water turns back into water instead of being frozen ice, and you can hear the waterfall crashing down below you as you're coming down the final turn of the mountain. And you launch yourself, I'm assuming, too, off the edge of it. I don't know what you...
Oh yeah.
If
Yeah,
you
I want to full on launch.
say anything beyond that.
Oh. I want to shriek like a falcon. That's what I want to do. So.
And you see your friends picking themselves back up onto these rock stones here at the base of the waterfall that was here. And you in your launch, though, land kind of flying over top of a...
I'm seeing something I shouldn't be seeing.
No, you are. You're supposed to be seeing this. You're over top of that currently. It's a... It's like it's like a tower, and you're like... You're on top... You're flying over top of it now. It's like 40, 50 feet in the air, which is pretty much level with the top of the waterfall that you just came screaming across to, and you're like, oh, hello.
Hey, what's up, guy?
He's like, This is awkward.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I'm just gonna go. And
He's
I
like,
just want to fly away.
Before
I just picture Squall just like, I'm just gonna see myself out now.
before you head off, do you happen to know the rum rollers? It seems a messenger has just arrived for them.
Oh,
creepy.
snap. Yeah, I know the rum rollers. I'm with them. What message was?
Well, that is a stroke of luck. I was worried that you were with these neophytes, and I was going to have to do battle. But we are at luck. If you go actually and fly over to, he gestures in this direction, which is the main gate for Wolfbane Pass here. It seems that Governor Horst has sent your horses.
Yes.
Ah, okay. Yes. Yes, it's horses. We were expecting those.
Were we?
So, if that's all, I'll go let the other rum rollers know that.
Ah, yes. Okay, so you must be one of them. That's also good to know. Okay.
Oh yes. Some would say I'm actually the most powerful of the rum rollers.
Oh my god.
Ah, wonderful.
I'm the.
It is a pleasure. My name is Ran.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Rand. I'm gonna go over and shake his hands.
He sticks his hand out and it's a firm grasp. I don't know if you want to roll a performance. I don't know if that's a
No, I'll just give him like a firm handshake, like just nothing. Just how you doing there, Jim? Put her there. One of those kind of deals.
Yeah. He gives it back in turn, and he's it's a nice firm handshake I haven't experienced from. Actually, I've never met an Aarakocra. This is a general honor, sir.
Oh, thank you. I've kind of a big deal. I appreciate that. So I'm gonna give you a piece of bread. You kind of look hungry.
Ooh,
So yeah.
thank you.
All right.
It is amazingly chilly out here. That bread will do me some good. It'll save me on my next rations coin, and I can send that to my family. Thank you, good kind sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. So, and then I'm just gonna turn around and fly away. So.
So yeah, what you
wherever
guys,
that-
Zeph, Mime, and Idril are seeing here as a corner is actually the corner of a large 20-foot tower that has
That makes sense.
crenellations over the top of it that you can't quite see past. So, I know you can't fly through stuff. It's an unfortunate thing of how some of it works there. Hopefully they're going to be working on making windows so you can like see through stuff from certain angles, but not.
What are
those? Are bushes?
Are these trees?
Bushes.
Bushes.
Very large bushes.
Okay. Very strange bushes.
Oh, I'm gonna fly down to Mime, since she's the captain and all, and going.
What's up? What's up?
Hey, ran into this dude named Ran. Gave him some bread.
Wow.
Something about
Must like him. Was he pretty?
Yeah, he's cool. He knew us, so
Oh.
I felt there was like some kind of like, you know us. I don't know you. This is awkward. Here's some bread. Wolfbane's Pass. Horses are here for us. Don't say anything about us being neophytes or bring up that word. I guess he said Rand was about to kill one of them guys. I wasn't one of them, so he was cool with me. So just Wolfbane's
Shouldn't be a
Pass.
problem.
Horses are here for us. He gave a name to a person that gave us the horses, but I can't remember because it was super awkward. So I just kind of pieced out of there. So if anybody brings up horses, there are horses.
Okay.
And So
Uh,
yeah, we're
Can we get?
expected.
Cool. I'm not walking away from you and listening to you. That's cool. Okay, cool. Maybe good or bad that we're expected. There may or may not be an ambush. Can I walk up this ladder?
You probably can. I think that's actually how Ren's up there. I think you should be. Yeah. I saw this was a whole different perspective from the air, and where I landed. So.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Well, cool. Good job. I'm proud of you for giving up some bread. I'm going to try to. Mostly because I know we can't get. I don't know if I can like grapple this corner here to get to the horses. The horses are over there.
Right.
I've been in that water enough. I don't want to be back in the water. So if I can go up the ladder, maybe I can see another way to get over there.
I tried to put you up there, but it's refusing again. I don't know what it is about your character and me moving it, but it does not like it. Oh my gosh.
Should I refresh? I'm gonna refresh.
Zeph's
Maybe
up
that'll
there.
help.
Yeah, it shows Mime up here with me.
But Idril, you've kind of rounded and down and took away from the party down south, and you come around the edge of the cliff face as the path merges back down to a more flat area. You notice the wall had been protruding atop above that, and then there's a gate tower and 6 or 8 horses, depending upon how you count them. 2 of them have guards on them. The first one kind of just stares at you and goes, and then a familiar face leans down over from the very last horse in the line over here and says, "Is that you, Idril? Derek from Titty Sprinkles over here? I think we've brought you your horses. It was on Horst's request." I think we'll be on our way then, if that was all. Though I'm happy to see you, I am sad not to see Mime or Shia, as they had helped me bury my lost companion, Jamal.
Am I able to like look over the wall?
You are.
Like I know that
looking...
I can't see the map, but like if I shout down,
so,
can the
like,
people on the ground see me
this
up?
is what you would see from that angle. If you're looking down and around. Oh gosh, still not letting me like. Maybe.
Oh, cool.
So that's what you kind of see from there, but that's not.
Yeah.
You're not experiencing that, like the conversation that's happening, unless you want to roll a perception.
Okay, so I can't see them at all.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
There were like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, yeah, easy 150 feet away. Maybe 3.
Oh, okay, that's
2,
fine.
somewhere like that. But and Idril had said, thank you, they should be here shortly. Oh, I might wait for them then, if you don't mind. Not at all. I gotta...
Fraudsnell said not at all.
I was trying to come up with a different voice for Idril in my head here, and then I was like, I can just use their voice, but Idril was just saying, not at all, you can wait here, Derek. They'll be here shortly, I'm sure. And they'll be glad to see you. Are you doing anything with the horses there, Idril, or anything? And I just moved Squall back up to Zeph and Mime and Squall and Ran, who is you had met before Squall, and just kind of tips his head. I presume the rum rollers. If you want to get to the front gate, you'll just follow this path down.
That's awesome. This thing right here looks pretty serious. Are you
yeah.
manning it?
Yeah, I'm the man of this tower currently. We are, hilariously enough, those are all pointing in the wrong direction, but that's just my... Because you guys came from that direction that it's pointing, but it's pointing in the wrong direction. Regardless. Yeah, he says, yeah, I'm the man of this ballista.
What's this kind of weapon meant to fight against?
Anything
I
and
can ask.
everything. Any threat at all.
Okay, so nothing specific?
Not particularly. We're just here for the pass to guard it and to collect the
Oh.
kingdom's taxes. I'm sure you've heard of the incorporation of Titty Sprinkles, I believe the new name is. We've heard word. Odd choice, but they're going to be incorporated in the kingdom, and henceforth we'll need to pay their traveling taxes. So we are here as part of that agreement.
Gotcha. Have you had any trouble so far?
There's been some odd individuals. We let them pass, but after the fact, have been received word that to not let any of them pass. They're called neophytes. Some weird religious sect. I don't really bother myself with them.
Okay. But you haven't seen anything big enough, that you think this giant crossbow bolt, whatever you want to call this, is necessary?
I've heard it been told from wiser people than myself. Speak softly and carry a big stick. This is our big stick.
That's a very good saying. I like that saying myself. It's probably hard to believe because I'm small, but
Everyone is big in their own right there. Small one. I haven't caught your name. Mine is Ron.
I'm Mime.
Pleasure.
We'll be going down to our horses down there now. Thank you for relaying the message.
Absolute pleasure.
Yes, thank you for the horses.
Oh, it is not my doing with the horses, but I'm happy to relay the message.
Have a good one, Ren. Try and stay warm.
I'm gonna assume these are barrels here. I'm gonna look at them and can I tell what's in them?
They look well worn, but you can't really tell what's in them.
Like the lid doesn't come up easy. Are they like sealed?
Yes, they are sealed.
That's okay. Are these our horses? Oh, there's all kinds of stuff in here.
I'm assuming you say
Do
that
these-
kind of like out loud too.
Yeah.
Do these horses have saddles?
They do not.
They don't look
those
so
horses do
great.
not. I don't have actually a saddled horse. I just realized as a token. Should find one of those, but
I'm just gonna climb on one.
and
I don't think those are ours.
yeah, when your guys are talking that at the top of the ladder here, just here,
Yeah, I see.
a coppered dragonkin sticks his head over the parapet and says down to you guys, "Oh, hey, who are you? Who the hell let you in here?"
Oh, Ren did.
We're getting our horses, and I'm already like, Zeph's already like climbing up onto this one right here.
Don't worry, we were told our horses were brought here.
I don't think those are. No, those are definitely not. That's my horse. That's and Zeph, roll a dexterity saving throw as you're climbing up on top of this horse here.
Oh, sure.
And
It's a
she's
9.
not very friendly. You're thrown off of the horse and onto the ground. Roll just like a. I'll do that. D4. Bonk. Oh, come on. You must have like whacked your shoulder and the part of your head off the ground as you got knocked off of the horse. Sorry about that. She's not very friendly to the likes but myself.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm gonna go to this other one and try climbing on. Like in my head, I'm like, oh, This next one must be ours.
Goldilocks style all the way. So when you're climbing on that one, it seems a little bit more docile, and he goes, I'm sorry, but that's not your horse either. It's not bucking you this time around.
Okay.
But it does let you get on without a saddle or anything like that. But he's like, might you be the rum rollers?
Yes, we are.
I believe your friends and such are on the other side of the gate over here. And he just points over the wall behind him.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna like try to steer the horse to like trot over to the other side of the gate. Because like I was so preoccupied with like getting onto this horse, I just didn't pay attention to what he was saying.
I realized
I didn't hear him say like.
That looks like a wall. Where's the gate?
That is a wall.
Is it this one right here?
Oh, this is a gate.
That is one, but this is another actually that you can see from your standing.
Oh, okay. Is this water?
That
in
is
this
a
barrel?
little barrel of water, yes.
I'm gonna come over here and sneakily drop like 3 drops of water from my water skin into this water barrel.
Okay. The effervescence of freshness comes from it as well. And Zeph, when you're trying to steer the horse, it just kind of and it kind of like can't pull its head off of the why is the
Oh shit! Is it tethered?
Yeah, it's still tethered.
And I'm gonna like hop down and walk over and kind of start like untying the hitch.
Miss, I believe your horses are on the other side of this wall too.
Oh, this isn't our horse?
No, that is Fred's horse over there. He's on the other side of the wall. If you would stop that, I won't have to launch a fireball at you.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna like slowly, I'm just gonna let go. Like I had it untied, I'm just gonna let it go and like walk away.
And he just and as you're walking away, he kind of comes down the ladder. I'm assuming.
Where did Mime go?
As he was doing that to Squall, I don't know if you'd flown over the ladder, or flown over the thing, or gone through the gate.
No, Squall would definitely fly over that.
That's what I figured too. And I don't know where Mime went, but he comes down.
Around the outside.
Are you all the way over there?
Yeah.
Where's the outside?
I found my horse.
What? I still don't see you.
I'm by the horses. I see Idril, and now I see Squall, and I see Derek.
What?
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I don't see you at all still.
Really?
Maybe
I'm
you're
sitting on top of a draft horse.
That'd be why. Yeah, for some reason, the horses, like because they're
You see me now?
Yeah, they're like tokens. The layering of them changes, so like sometimes they're on top, sometimes they're on bottom, but mainly.
These are some chunky horses. I like
Yeah. I'm claiming the draft horse since I got here. Well, technically second. Idril got here first, so I guess they can claim their horse if they want. But I'm gonna claim this draft horse. Sturdy. Tall.
I think Idril took the war horse, didn't she?
He just picks the strongest one of them for myself, is what Idril had said, which is definitely that light tan one that you approached immediately, Idril.
I'm going
got
to
a strong, wild look to his eyes, even.
I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to be like, hey, horses, who's, other than the draft horse and the war horse, who's like the friendliest one of you all?
Friendliest? uh, kind of not. You're talking to the one that's under this particular rider here, which hasn't introduced himself, but as you had approached Mime, this is why I was kind of confused too and trying to see where you were, because that's where I was going with that a little bit, is Derek would have addressed you and gone, "Oh, hello, Mime." And Squall, when you're talking to this horse that's under this individual here, Derek says, "This is Hob. He's my new assistant, actually, after Jamal." And
Oh, okay.
and
Nice to meet you.
that's what Derek said. And the horse says to you, Squall, I don't know if you caught that only because you're talking to the horse currently, but nods their head off to this horse over here, that's a dark color. Is the most tame of the lot, I'd say. Is what you gather, at least from the vague images of carrots and such they kind of portray to you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna ask the horse if it's cool that we are friends and he or she helps us on the quest we're on.
And I'm assuming you grab the lead on the horse too, which is the rope that's on their head, with the halter there. I'm using horse terms. I know these ones by heart, so I was trying to make sure that I'm making sense to everyone else. But you grab the lead on the halter of the horse, and the horse just kind of bats its eyelashes at you and goes, "Well, I'm Mayor, and that is a wonderful and lovely that you ask. I shall accompany you wherever you go. Shall I know your name?"
Oh, I'm Squall. Nice to meet you.
"Wonderful. My name is Meredith."
Meredith?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Cool,
Do I
Meredith.
notice him?
Meredith? Yeah, I'm gonna, rip off a small chunk off of one of the loaves of bread and give it to Meredith.
Do I notice Squall just going up to horses and talking to them?
Yeah, you don't understand a lick of it, though. He's just going somehow with his beak.
Coming from a bird person, I just can't.
I stopped asking questions a long time ago. Just roll with it.
And Meredith takes the bread and actually somehow daintily kind of, this is good bread. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And then, all right. So, yeah.
I'm gonna
just
get on
fly
this
over
one.
here.
Horse 6.
Oh, okay.
And Mime is gonna shoot some finger guns over at Derek. Be like, "Thank you so much. Where did you know? How did you know where to find us?"
Oh, the Mayor Horst, after having told you about the hermit, had assumed that you all would make it here around now. You know, the day that it would take to go up and down the mountain. So, he'd requested that we come here with your horses that you had paid for after talking to the stableman, and him asking the mayor what the hell he's supposed to do with these paid-for horses now. He was going to resell them, but the mayor was like, "Hail to the nah!" So, here we
Damn
are.
straight. Well,
Yeah.
cool. This is very fortuitous. Very excited.
Yes, it's lovely that we are able to help you after you've been able to help me in my troubled times. I've been telling Hob about them here on our ride up, and Hob just kind of not saunters. What do ponies do? They like
Trot.
like a soft trot though, not like a trot either. It's like a
Wanders.
no. You get what I mean though. It just saddles up
Approaches.
to yeah, and kind of pats Derek on the shoulder as his head droops down. It'll be okay, Derek. Time heals all wounds. He just kind of shrugs the shoulder off, his hand off his shoulder, and he says, "Hob, we are gods. We're not to spend our times just mourning about and moping. Oh, everything is fine." Shall we head back,
Hello?
though?
No.
Did you hear me at that?
I think so.
Okay. Him just saying that, don't worry about it. I'm a strong-ass man. And he's kind of gives Hob a little bit of a side glare, but you can kind of see the appreciation on his face, and he just, well, we best be off to Tiddly Sprinkles again. Titty Sprinkles. And we'll hopefully meet again, Rumrollers. I don't know where the rest of your group is, but hopefully they make it to you in time. And they just
Yeah, Mime gives him some finger guns.
about face and start a soft trot off back to Titty Sprinkles, you can assume. And that's what you actually see on this sign here, if you were to look at it, which I think, Idril, you were taking a little look at it. The sign does point back towards Titty Sprinkles in that direction, Gargant in this direction on the other side where you guys had come through, and a small, very tiny, almost hand-hewn little sign attached to it pointing up the mountain of Hermit.
Very descriptive.
Mm-hmm.
We know we're not going that way. All right. Well, cool. Well, I guess, fellow companions, if we're not gonna do anything in this fortress, we should take our mounts. I'm assuming we're gonna be able to let them graze. We don't need to bring fodder or grain or anything for the horses. We can just go on down the Wolf Pass.
So Idril is riding bareback, and you were talking about fodder and grain, but were you talking about bridle and what the heck's the other name for that stuff? Tack? That's like the saddle, the bridle, all of that. Stirrups.
Yeah, are these horses, do they have?
They currently do not.
I'm
So
not
that's-
gonna need one for Meredith because I'm just gonna fly the entire time. She's just gonna keep me company.
I don't know. A horse's movement speed at a soft gallop is I think it's 60 for solid movement, but I think your flying is too.
Flying's a 50.
Okay.
Okay, well then if she's faster, then yeah, I can.
By a little bit, you can tell just from
Okay.
the ground level at least. If you were to do the thing that planes do, which is they actually fly up to a higher altitude so that it's a shorter distance between point A and point B, and then they dive back down.
Ooh. Maybe. I'll ride on Meredith for A little while.
Okay. You guys are all getting ready to ride then. And, let me see here. So the gate here is open to you guys, and you know that's the path you need to take. I'm assuming you guys start heading out through the gate that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Trying to grab everybody here. Oh, that's
I
interesting.
might have been on mute.
You definitely were. I didn't hear any of that.
Yeah, it's just not clear to me which way the gate is. Is it that way? Like,
do you
are we
see
going?
Do you see this?
So we need to go out the gate. Okay.
Yeah.
So how do I move my horse?
Let me do. It's a little awkward. So, what I was just going to do is kind of
Here.
like,
Well,
Like, I don't need
you
to.
can keep. Yeah.
That's what I
say I
figured
can.
because I can give you guys control of your horse, so that like if you needed to move your horse more than what it is, but if I were to give you control of the horse, then you'd be moving the horse when you switch to the horse, and then you'd have to move yourself. So that's why I was saying it's a little awkward, because I think the easiest way is if I just like grab you all, basically. I was trying to do that without. Okay, that works. And then you guys kind of move through the gate into this little courtyard here for those who haven't seen it, and see the bronze dragonkin tying back up the horse and is coming back this way. And you, oops, I have to grab you all again here because I touched him. And there we go. Oh nope, I missed. Freaking.
You're doing great.
And you go through the second
Hey, Josh,
gate.
Oh, we have to go back in.
Yep.
I messed up and I moved when you grabbed us and
Oh.
got behind.
Yeah, I was just like grabbing everybody as a mass. So it's a little awkward. I don't know whose horse is whose anymore.
I just went into Hero Forge really quick
Yeah.
because that's what I had used to make my token, and I
Right.
just put myself on a horse.
Oh,
So,
there you
You
go.
don't have to move my horse.
That works. Just gotta remember what your horse was to some degree. I don't think yours was
Horse
anything.
6.
Okay, so yours was just a horse, but it was
Yeah.
and I think I'm using the right term. Let me see if I can find it here. It's like I thought it was anyways, an Appaloosa. Which is the
Aren't
speckled?
they? They're like the spotted.
Mhm.
Yeah. The
So-
Dalmatian horse.
Yeah, sometimes they can look like Dalmatians, or they can have really fine speckles too, which is the case with yours, which looks it kind of makes it look like cookies and cream. So yeah, you guys are walking up this way, or rather riding in this case now, as the case is. There's Idril's horse.
I'm guessing this way.
I don't know. I'm gonna try and give people control of their horse to see if you guys can move them at the same time too.
Maybe we should just become our horses for a hot second. And only move the horse with characters or tokens.
That might be workable. I mean, if you got that. I just gave Idril control of their horse, and I'm going to give Mime control of their horse. I don't know if that makes it at least... I don't know if you guys can... If you hold control and then drag the mouse over top of yourself and your horse, you might be able to select yourselves at the same time. That's what I'm able to do, to select multiple people and things.
Okay.
And Squall now has control of Meredith.
Sweet.
So let me know if moving at the same time works for you.
So I don't... Oh, I can move the draft horse. Look at that. I just remember with the Dune, I like had a completely different like screen.
Yeah, the field of view is different, is what I figured for that case too, because you're out in the ocean as opposed to in a very rocky foothills of this area. Looks like Idril's got the hang of it. For some
If
reason.
you
we
hold
going-
Two people talking
Go
at
ahead.
once there. What was that? Zeph?
I was just gonna say, are we going like up this way, or were we going down?
Which way should we go?
The sign, Idroli remembering, pointed directly this way. Pretty much straight northeast.
To go to the mountain pass?
No, to go to Gargantuan, the capital.
Okay. So I can't move both characters at the same time, but if I hold down shift and move my icon, it tells me how, like in numbers, how far I'm moving.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
I was going to tell somebody about that, but because I kept clicking shift on accident while I was trying to select you guys with control, but I forgot because I was trying to figure this part out. That is pretty neat. If you
Oh wait, control.
Yeah, if you hold control, you can
Ah.
you can create like a
Yep.
selecting field and select multiple things.
Now I can do that. Cool.
Because I seen Idril moving both of them, the characters at the same time. It looked like, too.
Yeah, I have hit the edge of a map. I don't know if I went the right way or not. But...
You guys are moving the right way, so if you go to there, that's the end of it. But I didn't know if you guys were going to start heading off of this path or not, without your friends, or you're gonna try and wait down here to see. It doesn't look like. I was waiting to see. Looks like Shia's still sleeping. But once you get to the edge of this, there, I mean, you guys walked past and seen a small tent over here, and some light coming from that direction. But otherwise,
Wait, where?
Over here.
Ah.
So,
But otherwise, I mean, there wasn't any other. You heard some soft chanting if you got that close where you're getting now, but I seen Idril getting a little that close as well before. And firelight, but
Surprise!
But if you don't go into it, you can keep going, is what I was gonna say, but it's up to you. So looks like Mime's jumped into the middle of the firelight with their horse, just like, I'm still figuring out how this works. Sorry. And
Yeah, and give some finger guns.
And you just
Ayo.
you see the lizard as you come around the tent, a lizard folk person standing with their hand on a globe, completely nude, with their robe apparently on the side of this tent, and their hand on a globe, staring into the fire, and their eyes rolled to the back of their head, not responding.
Huh. I'm real tempted to jump off this horse and take his globe. I don't know what you guys think.
I was tempted to take its robe.
Should we take both? You can go for the robe,
Yeah.
I'll take the globe.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna, because Mime is extra sneaky, right? Like that's a thing Mime does. They're gonna, as sneakily and stealthily as possible.
Oh, I'm
Come around
extra
here.
sneaky too.
And are there any like large rocks hanging out around? Kind of like I pick one up from the fireside here.
It would be hot. You can tell from getting your hand close to it, like too hot to touch.
Mm. Are there any other sort of rocks? Can I like kick one to the side and let it cool down a little bit?
You'd seen where you'd demounted your horse. There were some smaller rocks probably at the base of that cliff there, but
Yeah, so I'm gonna pick up something, just something,
Mhm.
something about the size of my hand over here. Bring it with me. I'm gonna do a quicko switcho change-o, where I'm gonna take the globe and put the rock in its place.
I'm gonna stand right next to the robes and like wait to see, like, I have my hand on it, but I'm just waiting to see, like, watch Mime swap everything, and then I'm gonna grab the robes.
all right. So, Mime,
What do you need me to roll?
you need to roll a sleight of hand with an advantage.
Awesome.
You need
So I
me
rolled
to
that
roll
twice.
anything or no?
Not yet, because you said you were waiting until Mime had done.
Yeah.
But
Oh, damn it.
if you were to roll something, I'm guessing sleight of hand as well. But I'm waiting to see what this happens to.
Did it go to chat?
I haven't seen
Let
anything.
me refresh one more time. I've rolled like 6 times, but it hasn't appeared. Refresh. Pop it. Tap it. Pull it. Hands on your knees. Crisscross. Let me see you clap your hands. Okay, sleight of hand. Un, do. Haha. Yes, advantage. How big is this globe? Like, can I put it in my backpack?
No.
Like, what am I gonna do with it?
I don't know. So you successfully pull the globe out from under his hand without him reacting at all, and you place the stone there, and you're like, ha-ha! You 3 roll initiative. I don't see Idril in this mix. I didn't know if you...
Oh, I don't just get to sneak away. Damn it.
No, you just moved that way. You stay there.
And I'm grabbing the robes. So here's...
Your hand was hovering over them, so that's... I didn't think you actually had tried to take it yet because you're waiting to see if Mime had gotten it. And this is
Oh, no, I was just, once I saw Mime, like, swap it, I grabbed it.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Unless, I mean, if initiative started before she finished swapping it, then that's fine, but...
No, not in this case. I don't think so. I think
Okay.
you grabbed the robes, no problem. And you're holding them currently, presumably. When you
Does
start
it
the
look-
initiative.
Okay, does it look like this guy woke up, or are his eyes still rolled back?
I was just waiting. I was kind of thinking too. So he's actually holding what looked like kind of like a scepter of sorts in the other hand. As a detail I guess I'd left out, but he's looking when the stone made contact with his hand after Mime had removed the globe from under his hand. The globe actually kind of deflated and just kind of on the ground in front of you, and his eyes roll back from being behind his head, and he just kind of just hisses and screams at the same time. Just
Wondrous.
trying to get the initiative up here. We got Noshia. Gunther. Squall, you've got an 11. Zeph, you've got
I got a 12.
a 12. Okay, that showed up. May 22, that showed up. And Idril, I'd say if you move to where you did, you would have to roll initiative now, too. You're waiting for that. 6, okay. So we've got a combat, and Mime, you get to first move after the globe has deflated in front of you.
Wait, just because it's deflated doesn't mean it has to be on the ground. I can't still hold it?
I assume it was kind of like a reaction.
Like it melted?
No, it definitely seemed like it was hollow when you picked it up, and now it had, just for an explanation of our time and age, like a balloon just
Weird.
And I'm assuming you were kind of like, huh, what the hell? And you're like trying to grab it, but it's flat now instead of round, so it just kind of falls at your feet. Is what I was expecting would happen, at least in this case, before anything else could happen, you know. So you could try to save the globe before it drops to your feet, but it's no longer round.
I might return to it after. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt on this dude.
Oh, that hits. Is that 16? It
yeah.
looks like. So. Trying to turn on the health bars here. There we go. And.
Oh, Draft Horse is a beast.
Right?
That's what that did. Do you want to describe it?
You can describe it.
So the guiding bolt, that's the one that we've talked about before. That's which one's what happens for it? That's what I was trying to remember.
Yeah, I raise my hands up and it comes down from the sky.
Okay. So I thought there was another one that was like radiant something.
There is a spiritual weapon.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Anyhow, so your hands go up, you say, Lohoi Hono. And just out of reflex almost. And he answers your call with a brilliant beam of golden light just encircles this gentleman here. And you don't see him for a second. And he comes back out the other side of the light just with a nice char on the outside of him. He's
Wispy.
get a nice smells like chicken smell. Then I think it is Zeph's turn.
Seeing Mime attack him, I'm just gonna be like, okay, and I'm gonna run up to him and hit him with my quarterstaff. Oh, nope. Okay, yeah.
Oh, that hits.
Okay. 15.
Oh, that's with the radiant damage. That's right. I was like, that's a death kill if you want to describe it.
Nope, you can't.
So, as this naked lizard folk has regained consciousness, got struck by the radiant bolt, is still letting his scream go off there, barely, and he's crispy. You whack him upside the head, and his head just kind of, and he falls over. Dead.
I'm gonna look up at Mime and be like, I'm not sure what to do here. I was just following your lead.
I mean, I don't know. He screamed at me. I don't know. I'm gonna check out his tent, see if there's anything cool in here.
There
I'm gonna take.
are some charms and like hanging implements. It looks like that he used for magic makings. There's probably like 2 health potions, is what you recognize anyways, regular form of such.
I'm gonna pick everything up that's in there. So I get.
And a bedroll. There's a bedroll too.
I'm gonna take the scepter that he was holding.
Okay.
And then let me check and see if I need a bedroll. I do not. I have one.
Guess I'm not placing any random individuals just out in the wild anymore.
I mean, you can. Maybe they'll like not be unconscious when we walk up. But so there's a nice fire here, guys. This is a pretty good campsite. I know it's early, but maybe we want to hang out here and wait for our companions.
That's probably a good idea. I'm most down for that.
Could we hang out here though? Like, what if he wasn't alone, or like, what if other people know him and they come back?
Oh, fuck them up.
Yeah, we'll just say it was self-defense.
Yeah, or we could just like lay out the bedroll and then just like put him in the bed.
That's a little.
Like he was sleeping. That way, if somebody comes by, it's like, oh, we didn't know he was dead.
Mimi's gonna sit down by the fire.
Idril was trying to think over here while watching the whole thing unfold. Do I know anything about lizard folk? This is weird for them to be in this region.
Let alone casting the magics.
I'm just gonna take his robes and like put them on, and then sit down by the fire.
Just murder this guy, take all of his stuff, put on his clothes, and sit next to his fire.
Pretend to be him. No big deal.
I'm gonna hand Mime the scepter and be like, "Do you know what this does?"
Do I know what it does? Can I roll to figure out if I know what it does?
You would probably roll an Arcana check if you're looking for magic, but if I don't know what you say what does it do, but it is a staff, so your first knee-jerk reaction, I'm assuming, is probably just otherwise beyond trying to figure out the Arcana would just be you whack people with it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know, like, Mime, you know magic. I don't know.
Yeah, my Arcana skill's real bad. I mean, can I smoke some drugs out of it? Will it give me visions of the future? I don't know.
Is this the drug staff? Maybe. I have some mushrooms. Still.
You're not gonna find out because I only rolled a 2.
Yeah, you're looking at it and you're going, oh, well, this is really weird. We've got shaman. They do some stuff with sort of like this, but I've never really talked to them in my village. They're all kooks. I just go to them for my good drugs.
I hope we didn't just start like a feud with the lizard folk.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
You know magic stuff. What is this?
The orb?
Yeah,
the
and the
scepter.
staff.
Yeah.
Well, let me see here. Can I make an Arcana check on the orb?
Oh, the deflated globe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
15.
So you're looking at it and you're going, it must have been a focus of some sort. You go, kind of looks like a ball, but that kind of looks like the continent we're on. You notice, and you don't really recognize any of the other land masses or anything, but you do recognize Gargant distinctly on it, because you previously hadn't paid much attention before, your adventures today, I would assume.
Yeah.
Maybe this guy was like trying to like terraform the continent, and like maybe we just saved the world, guys. What if he is behind the giant like crater?
Yeah. So it has a map on it? This was a globe?
Yes.
Like, can I deduce information from it? Like, is it useful? Should I pick it up and keep it?
Probably wouldn't hurt.
I feel like a Dune could use it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get up and walk over there and pick it up.
Okay. Then I'm also while she's doing that, I'll make an Arcana check on the staff as well. Ooh, 23.
Nice. And you recognize it as another sort of focus, magical of some sort for sure, but you're not 100% sure of the bones that he's put on it and strapped to the staff, of like where they come from, because they're just indistinct. They could be chickens for all you know, or they could be some of your relatives. You really have no idea. But
they're birds?
The staff itself is relatively primal in the sense that it is, is of bone and sinew and feathers.
Okay. Well, if we're gonna take the globe, we might as well take this too. So I'm just gonna reiterate everything you just said to the party.
Okay. You guys have those in your inventories then, right? The robes and the staves and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, his robes too. What do his robes look like?
They look almost like you recognize them vaguely as Far Eastern style, and they're full. They would cover you full neck to toes, probably a little bit dragging on the ground actually. A good length of it actually, and they're mostly red, but there are some floral patches on them.
What's happening? Why did my map disappear? Where are we going?
I think I bumped you, but I didn't think it bumped you off the map. Now it must have after I've freaking okay. I'm just gonna put you back.
All I see are black grid lines.
That should have worked.
Yay!
Mime has ascended!
I would say, like, did we trigger something? Are we being teleported? Is this a side quest?
Yes.
Yeah, but so yeah, I'm going to suggest that we again hang out by the fire, and wait for our companions, and maybe count this as a short rest, even though I don't think that's going to behoove anybody.
Yeah, it would definitely be a short rest, but I don't think you guys did any particulars to require such a thing. Like, you wouldn't get any... For some reason, Idril... Oh, yeah, Idril's... No. Zeph, you would be getting a little bit of health back. That D4, probably, that you took from getting booped off the horse. I don't know why Idril has lower health right now, too. But
yeah, then we can just call it a night.
Yeah.
It's a building week.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got other things in store, but I was thinking too. That's not a bad plan because the others that couldn't make it tonight. Um, although I did have a backup plan for if they didn't make it and you guys wanted to adventure forth. But generally speaking, when you guys decide to venture on, in this case, I ran across an interesting way to play long journeys like this instead of just having you like walk across this really big map. Uh, which I mean I could do if you guys want to do it like that, or I was just going to have you guys roll, and there are a couple different encounters of what could happen while you are doing that journey that day, as well as if you roll really well, maybe you guys just have a really smooth journey, you know?
Ah, yes. Cool. Random encounter maps.
Yep. Gotta have a couple on the side, just in case.
They're fun.
I just hear the theme music from Pokemon when you run into a creature in the wild.
Yes.
Doop, doop, doop. Yeah.
Fun fact, a random encounter map is how Baharash died in the original campaign.
That is a fun fact. I don't
think... because they were...
Go ahead.
They somehow got... So they went up into the mountains to, like, find this treasure. And it turned out to be, like, a dragon's hoard. But they came across, like, these... Like, the sacrificial altar in a cave on the mountains. It was like, oh, look! This says something in Infernal. I'm going to read it out loud. And so the party read it out loud, and they got teleported to hell.
But I thought Baharash was a mountain sage. Shouldn't he have known better?
You would think. But then I was like, all right, well, what are creatures in hell? So I just looked up a random encounter chart for hell creatures, and one of them was nightmares, which are just hell horses. And they can, like, blink to, like, the astral plane. And Baharash, like, went to attack one, and then didn't you, like, grab onto it or something when it, like, blinked?
I don't know. Probably.
And you, like, blinked into the astral plane with it? And then it killed you in the astral plane, and I was like, well, you're dead, sorry.
Yeah.
Like, your soul died.
Yeah.
Tale of caution.
So, if you guys don't know, too, another fun fact, if you're wondering on and outs, all your gods are real gods, like in like life. So if you were to look up them, there is some other details beyond what I'd shared with you in Discord.
Cool.
Okay.
That is cool.
Maybe they would protect us in the astral plane.
Because you were talking about the nightmares, and it kind of reminded me of your god, actually, Zeph, which is the Tikbalang, which he is kind of like represented by a horse, and but like that, like a were horse, if you will, more so, because he like stands up on his hind legs most of the time, and walks around like a human, but he can travel between planes as well, as the other reason that reminded me.
He is from the Philippines.
Yep, both yours and Squall's are from the Philippines, because when I was looking up gods, I was going to different cultures and whatever seemed to fit your characters is the ones that I went with, basically. As well as, yeah, how you guys play, not just what your characters are.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. It says the form of Tikbalang traces back 4,000 years ago,
Yep.
with roots in Hinduism.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I don't know if you were the only one that's a lot more abstract, I feel like, is Idril's, which is just because there aren't very many written stories about Cernunnos. It's just a lot of imagery and small little short things. And Lono is actually like the Hawaiians' main deity. If you didn't know. Mime.
I did not.
Oh, God.
What?
In some versions, it is a transformation of an aborted fetus sent to Earth from limbo.
Holy crap, I haven't read that one.
That's fun.
For the Tikbalang?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
It's if you go to the like wiki page, it's like at the end of like the first little blurb before like the table of contents.
Must have skipped that part.
Yeah, it says it is a tall, bony humanoid creature with the head and hooves of a horse and disproportionately long limbs to the point that its knees reach above its head when it squats down. And then after that, it says in some versions it is a transformation of an aborted fetus sent to Earth from limbo.
Dear Lord.
You trying to give my character nightmares?
No. That was straight up happenstance there. I mean, considering the backstory of Zeph and all being such, but
a kidnapped child. Yeah. There's some funny superstitions too. Like, apparently it scares travelers and leads them astray and plays tricks on them, such as making them return to an arbitrary path no matter how far they go or turn. This is counteracted by wearing one shirt inside out.
Mm-hmm.
Another countermeasure is to ask permission out loud before passing.
Superstitions
Before
are weird.
passing?
Yeah, like through the like before going down the path.
Ah. Fun stuff. Well, I'm going to hop off of here.
Alrighty.
Hopefully your
I feel like I've
writings are going well.
no. It's what it is. But that's okay. I'll get there one way or another, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna go sleep and get ready for another day full of trying to write.
Yeah. I feel you. You
So,
you got this.
I've
You got this. I
I've
believe in
spent
you.
all day trying to make a figure. Like, I'm just gonna have this. Just my whole paper is just gonna be this one plot. It's gonna be one figure. I haven't written any words at all today. I've just worked on making this plot. That's why I didn't think I was going to be able to be on tonight, because I figured I do have too much work to do. But by 5 o'clock, I was just like done. Like, I couldn't do any more if I wanted to. So I was like, okay, I can play tonight.
Okay.
But
Well, you got it. You'll get there. If
yeah,
it's not
I'll get
ready.
there.
Yeah.
You just keep throwing the spaghetti at the wall until it sticks, right? It
Mhm.
eventually sticks.
Mhm.
Just gotta give it long enough.
The
But-
spaghetti being the gray matter of our brains, but yes.
Yeah, no, exactly. Alrighty, but this was a fun session. It was good tonight. I'm glad we got horses. I'm excited to see where that how that gives us advantage.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking too that you guys would just be like running through this land, and because you have survival skills, the thing you would have to roll is survival for the day to see how well you survived out in the wilderness on a horse,
Huh.
and then interpreting that as how the encounter or what not would happen at that particular instance. If you guys rolled all together and like each individual roll, it's taking more eyeballs over their skull. But yeah,
Yes.
so that's how I was figuring that would work out. Pretty sure
I bet we get a lot of money for lizard folk eyeballs.
You should roast those to help preserve them. So they
No.
don't get all gross and slimy in your backpack.
Yeah. Ooh, I bet somebody would eat them as like we could sell them to somebody as a delicacy.
Wait, do you
We
guys
come from a far off land.
did you guys take the tent too?
No,
Mm-mm.
not yet.
Okay. Just making sure. Take everything, including take the rocks around the
Don't threaten me
fire
with a
ring.
good time. It's like he was never here. There was no lizard folk. Nothing happened here. Alright. Well, you guys all have a good night. See you next
You
week.
too.
Night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Ciao.
One bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna head off too. Bye.
Yeah, ciao. A grand and wonderful thank you for those who took the time and made it here, to the end of the episode, where I know sometimes we are long-winded and others we are just dead silent. I don't know what to tell you. This is raw here, folks. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can help support us just by listening. But you can also provide even more support, if you like, by going to Anchor FM page and following the support link there. If you do so, I will personally work in an NPC or an idea, whatever you'd like to hear played out. If you want, you can get a hold of us through one of our many options, including voice messages on Anchor FM, or DM to our Twitter, or any other social media that you can find us, YouTube, etc. You can share your ideas, otherwise listen for the shout out and thank you for making it through.